Hey guys, Brett Weiss here. Welcome to another video. I'm getting ready to go to Video Game Summit in Chicago, but I just had to comment on the Steam Deck, the forthcoming handheld gaming PC produced by Valve. Now, this isn't the first ever such device. I've been reading a lot online today about why did nobody ever think of this sooner. This is historical. This is the very first time anything like that has happened. Now, it is definitely a mainstream device, going to be a mainstream device when it releases, and it's cheaper than these other devices, but there is the A and Neo, the GPD Win 3, and the 1X player. But the Steam Deck appears to be cheaper and cooler than those devices. In fact, I believe it will compete with the Nintendo Switch. I like the Steam Deck name. It brings to mind like your tape deck where you play cassettes, or a deck of playing cards so you're ready to play. I like that. It's a handheld console and computer in one. I love this because I go back to the days where console companies wanted their game system to also be a computer. Now we're talking consoles here for your TV, but the Steam Deck can plug into your television set, and you can plug in a keyboard, a mouse, those kinds of peripherals. But it's also a handheld gaming device on the go, like a Nintendo Switch with a 7-inch screen. Sound familiar? And this is amazing, coming on hot on the heels of the Nintendo Oled announcement. Now we have the Steam Deck, which in some ways sounds cooler. I mean, a full-fledged computer device for just $400. There's going to be 3 different models. There's a $399 version, and then to get a version with more storage, you can pay $529 or $649. And the way games are these days, with so much memory, you pretty much guaranteed you're gonna have to buy some micro SD cards to back up your games, because this is gonna play AAA, get your favorite first-person shooters. I mean, this is gonna be incredible. This is, basically you've got a PC, a handheld gaming device, and a console on your TV in the same thing. It's amazing. Now, it's kind of odd looking. The buttons and thumbsticks and D-pad are across the top. Now, this isn't the final hardware design, so it may not end up exactly like this, but it's kind of an odd design. And I want to read some comments from IGN. They did a handheld, hands-on, I should say, sort of a preview of this system. They did a video that was really interesting. I'm going to read some comments from that in just a minute. But this is an amazing device, and I have never been much of a computer gamer. Back in the day, I played some Star Wars Dark Forces on the Mac, and I played a few other Mac games, and of course I played Doom on the PC and some other games. But I've been all about consoles. They just seem more convenient to me, and I like the pickup and type of gameplay and the controls and stuff with consoles. But this sounds absolutely amazing. This may be something I have to look into getting. You can transfer your PC game, your P game. That's a different video. Your PC game to the Steam Deck. You can put it in a docking station, and like I said, you can hook up peripherals to it to have a full, true console computer hybrid and handheld device. Just astonishing. This is great. I think this is going to absolutely kill it in the market. I think it's going to be super successful. I think there will likely be shortages the way game consoles these days. There's just so much demand, and the producers, the publishers just can't seem to crank out enough systems to make everybody happy, and scalpers pounce. But anyway, I think it's just going to do gangbusters. And will it compete with the Nintendo Switch? Yes. Is it a Nintendo Switch killer? I don't think so. Nintendo has their IPs. They have their, as long as they have Mario, Zelda, Metroid, Kirby, and all those great legendary IPs, Nintendo's going to be just fine. And the Switch is still a great family-friendly device, a great handheld system. And people that aren't necessarily into PC gaming may stick with their Switch. But this is interesting. This is definitely going to have Nintendo stand up and take notice. And I think it is going to absolutely kill it in the marketplace and sell a ton. So let's get to the top 10 comments, at least in my opinion, from the IGN YouTube video I watched earlier today, the hands-on preview. And first I want to talk about a comment that was actually mentioned in the video itself by the IGN guy that was, showing off the system. He said it looks a little odd. I'm paraphrasing there, but he went on to say the layout felt completely natural. The thumbsticks felt precise. The D-pad wasn't as clicky as I'd like, he said. Now I kind of get that. I've played some other consoles where the D-pad didn't quite feel clicky enough, like the Master System, but it was fully serviceable. Face buttons and bumpers felt solid. The triggers did feel a little squishy, but he emphasized that this is a non-final hardware unit that he was demoing, and so the arrangement of the buttons and everything could be different. The feel of the buttons could be different as well, so we shall see. Now I'm getting to 9 more comments, just comments on the video itself, just some ones I find interesting and that I want to comment on. Astern Shelf 24 said, Valve is now the definition of hold my beer. That's right, Valve. After the Nintendo OLED announcement, boom, we've got the Steam Deck. Svap said, Steam Deck, play all AAA games. Also Steam Deck, 64 gigabytes of storage. Huh? Yeah, the $399 version is only going to have 64 gigabytes of storage, which of course you can rectify by buying some micro SD cards. Yasha says, this looks promising. I'll probably wait for the Steam Deck OLED. That's kind of funny. Carlos M says, can't wait for this to be sold on eBay for $3,000 and unavailable in stores until 2023. Now, when I heard the Steam Deck announcement, looked at what it was, saw the hands-on preview and read about it, I thought, this is going to be a killer seller. And I can imagine scalpers are going to absolutely jump on this because console manufacturers just can't seem to keep up with the demand these days for new products. And my first thought was, this is going to be $1,000 on eBay. He's saying, or she, whatever, is saying $3,000. We shall see. But I think this is going to be, unfortunately, a lot of just gamers like me and you just may not be able to get this in time for Christmas or maybe even early next year. We'll see. Arendite 318 says, gamers, yes, finally a portable gaming PC. Can't wait. Portable gaming PC. Can't wait to grab one for myself this holiday season. Scalpers. Interesting. Again, I think this is going to be a major theme for this console. Kristen Harris says, so it just hit me. You could literally turn this into a handheld Xbox by installing Game Pass, whatever, Game Pass and Xbox to it. Mind blown. That's what I'm saying, mind blown. This is going to be a great device. Elite, I think. I haven't played it yet. I don't know for sure. Now, I'm not jumping ahead of myself. I just, based on what I've seen so far and what I know about it so far, it sounds amazing. Elite Driver Special Edition says, the next out-of-stock item has been revealed. Again, I concur. Gonna be hard to get, I bet. Satyajit Swain? Satyajit? This is gonna be an incredible piece of portable hardware. Nintendo just got trolled hard. They did indeed. And the last but not least, another Nintendo comment. Mazeman90 says, there are some people sweating at Nintendo right now. Maybe not sweating a lot, but they're sweating a little. Now, that's kind of how I view Nintendo. They keep a close eye on the marketplace and their competitors, but except with maybe the exception of the console wars with the Super Nintendo against the Sega Genesis, I think Nintendo feels pretty cocky, pretty proud, pretty confident, and I don't think they're, like I said, maybe sweating it a little or at least paying attention, but they're not sweating it a lot. They'll be fine with their great IPs, like I said before. And but it's just going to be interesting to see when this come out. Maybe I'll be a full-fledged Steam Deck shill. We shall see. I doubt. I don't know. Like I said, I've never been much of a computer gamer, but this could turn me into one because this sounds really cool, really convenient, and just with all the amazing downloadable games, the independent games and everything through Steam, it should be just really something to. I'm going to keep my eye on it. I'll put it that way. All right, so let me know in the comments what you think of the Steam Deck that you've seen so far. Let me know what you thought of the IGN hands-on video, if you've watched that. Just let me know in the comments what you think of the Steam Deck in general. I'd love to hear from you guys. All right, thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. I really appreciate it. That is so helpful. And just thanks for being you. We will talk to you in another video. If you're a fan of my work, you might want to consider supporting me on Patreon. For just a low fee each month, you get a lot of extra content. Another way to support the channel and my writing career is to buy books direct from me, including the 100 Greatest Console Video Games, the Classic Home Video Game Series. It's like an encyclopedia set. And this massive bad boy, the NES Omnibus Volume 1 A through L. I will put links in the description of this video where you can buy books direct from me and where you can support me on Patreon. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it.